Howdy there, this is your local weasel kicker here today, OneGreatMangaWar, and today we are going to go over, is collecting worth it? I am joined here with my good friends Inks and Innes. Say hi everybody.
Hello.
Well,
and we're going to start with Inks. Inks, go ahead and say your answer to, is collecting worth it?
It's like a game show.
It is.
Like
50 points if you get the answer right.
And who's gonna win the fancy red car at the end?
And no! Yo, where do I get to kick the weasels? Is that like the halftime show? Or
Yeah.
yes,
Weasel kicking with manga war.
yes.
that would be like the newest segment in like this podcast.
Yeah. The poor weasels. And if you don't know what we're talking about in One Great Manga War's latest video, I think it was, we me and him did a collab, and we were talking about Jake the Pog, and I said, is that the puppy kicker? Then I can't remember what happened, but I ended up saying One Great Manga War kicks weasels, which he does, by the way. So yeah, if we mention it, it's because he's a weasel kicker. So hashtag One Great Manga War, cancel One Great Manga War in the comments. Hashtag save the weasels.
Save the weasels. Yep.
We also eat them too, so definitely count.
I'm a vegan rights activist. Actually, no, not vegan. Sorry, a weasel rights activist. Where did vegan come from?
Yo, save the carrots.
Yeah, no, vegan. I'm not vegan, by the way. But I'm a weasel activist. I don't know where I got vegan because somebody was talking about. So what's her name again? Vegan teacher. Yeah, that vegan teacher or something like that.
I'm an idiot. I just said save the carrots and they're vegan. No, they want to eat the carrots.
Yeah. I wonder if you get plant rights activists or something like that, or plant aliens.
Probably are.
No, meat aliens.
Plants were meant to be saved. You know. I don't know.
I'm sorry about any people who care about animals right now, but I do like a good burger.
I thought you said angles. I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the 90-degree angle. I'm more of like a 75-degree angle guy. Bro, whoa.
No, those angles, nah, not really my thing. I'm more of a fan of. I don't know where I was going with that.
You're a fan. You just make fan noises.
Yeah. Anyway, we haven't got into Inks's points yet.
Okay, so for me, collecting is worth it. Like, just the feeling of like just being able to hold like one of your favorite books in your hand, like the feel of it, the smell of it, is like such a it's such a amazing thing. And not to mention, for me, it is like certain series out there that I will not read online, so I need like a physical copy of it. Like my Death Note. That's something that I vowed not to read, like, until I was like able to buy it.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you then.
Yeah.
So as you said, you like the feel of the book, having the book with you, and some series you don't read online. Well then, what about stuff like going to like your local library or going to like a Barnes and Nobles and reading the book there, and then putting it back when you're done?
I would do that, but at the same time, I kind of just want to like have it at home. That way, I don't have to. Well, one, trying to get to like a bookstore, and two, the library isn't open, so I really can't do that.
Wait, are you talking about going to the library to get Death Note? Because we know how that ended the last time.
No, I don't think I did. Can you explain?
Well, so I don't think I told anybody this story. I don't think I've mentioned it in any of the other podcast episodes. But I was in the library and there was a few series I wanted to read, and one of them was Death Note. you know, they had most of Death Note. They had volume 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, etc.
Hold on. You've never read Death Note before?
Me, no.
Oh my goodness, dude, Death Note's so good.
Well, I would have read it, but you know, somebody. I'll get to the point of the story then. You'll see. So anyway, because I obviously haven't told it before. So they had most of Death Note, I'm pretty sure, or a lot of it anyway. And I decided to pick, of all series, guess what series I picked over Death Note? I was like, I'll read Death Note next.
Fairy Tail?
Yes, Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail. I picked because my friend was like, "Oh, read Fairy Tail," and I was like, "Fine," because looks okay. Why? Because then somebody must have come in, took Death Note, they ran away with it. So I come in, I finished Fairy Tail Volume 1 and 2. I thought it was okay. That's why I ordered Fairy Tail, but mistake. I hate Fairy Tail. Anyway, let's not talk about that just now. So I went to go see if they had the Death Note volumes, and somebody's taken them. The librarian says she went on the computer and they're apparently still there, but they're not. So somebody's gone in and taken Death Note Volume 1, 2 and 3, or 1 and 2, I can't remember. Doesn't make a difference because Volume 1's gone, so I can't read it.
Wait, someone stole the Death Note volumes from a library?
I know, it's not like I've told this story before. It's like, how shocking is
I
this?
can't believe that.
Yeah.
I got
There are
it.
books from people.
So the Death Note guy and the Fairy Tail guy were working together to make
Well, they're
Ian read Fairy Tail.
Yeah, do you know, I think, so, see, every time, this is another kind of like going off on a tangent, but see, every time before I record this podcast, so, I usually do like the main recording, and MangaWar does like a backup, so, every time before we record, the audio is fine, and then just as we're about to start recording, it cuts off. So my audio still records, but Ink's and MangaWar's audio doesn't. This is every single time before we record. Today it took us, I think it was an hour and 15 minutes or something to get it working again, wasn't it?
It was about,
Or less,
45 minutes.
yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
Wait, did we not start 1:15? Oh,
We
actually,
started at like 2:30. It's just now 3:30.
Oh, I've got it. Oh yeah, sorry, I was thinking we started at whatever 2 in your time, so yeah, probably about 45 minutes, and I'm pretty sure the first time we were recording it was fine, and just before, I don't know what happened, but it took us ages to set up. This happens pretty much every time, and I bet you it's the Death Note guy that did it. The Death Note guy.
Yep.
He did it.
Every day at 2 o'clock, and he's like, Innis's OBS launcher, like, puts it in the Death Note.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very annoying. Not just the Death Note volumes being missing, that Streamlabs stops.
I'm going back to the Death Note volumes, because this is the first time I've ever heard this story before, but I was shocked after, like, working at a library, how many volumes get stolen.
I know.
Like, manga, like, guys, it's children's books, why are they stealing them? But like,
Children, wait a
was,
second.
like,
You've already been cancelled once. We're gonna need to cancel your children's books.
made for kids.
That's a joke, I know.
By everybody.
Yeah, it's a joke.
I know, but I'm defending myself when I'm having an argument with myself. I mean, figure. But I was shocked how many people like stole manga often. Like, we had JoJo's, the hardcover JoJo's parts 1 and 2 were gone in like 2 weeks.
Wow.
We had, first Bleach 3-in-1 gone, One Punch Man volumes 1 through 4 gone. Like, are you kidding me, guys?
Right, that is actually stressing me out. That much being taken. Oh, it's like that's what it's like with my library.
That, but like, I just can't think of any off the top of my head.
I know,
And,
it's so. We got a brand new series. Brand new series, Volume 1, Volume 3. Why not Volume 2? I don't know. Volume 1, Volume 3, and Volume 4. Another one, I can't, what was it? Oh yeah, half of Bleach is missing. They had the whole of Bleach. Death Note, the first 3 volumes are missing. Tokyo Ghoul, this really annoys me. So when I was reading...
Hold on, wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say the first 3 volumes of Death Note are missing?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I told you that story. I don't think I've told you that. Do you know what? I'll save that story for next episode. Tune into next episode for that story. Anyway, so where was? Oh yeah, this really annoys me. This story. So they had Tokyo Ghoul Volume 1, 2, then the rest of it. And I was reading Tokyo Ghoul, and I knew volume 3 wasn't there, so I asked the librarian to order volume 3, and I got to volume 3, but it took a while to come, so I started reading something else in the meantime, and then when it came, I read it, and it's been a few months since then, and then I read like up to volume 9 or something, and I've gone back to the library, because the librarian I think ordered 2 of volume 3 or something. They're both gone, because one of my friends was reading it and they came to me and said, do you know what it is? And I said, no, it should be there, and I took them and they're both gone. Somebody's taken both volumes of that when we just got them. That annoys me so much. Oh,
Wow, this little guy.
it's probably the same person that stole Death Note. What would you do if you caught somebody stealing manga or books? You know, you just tapped on the back and then the books fall out from their jumper just everywhere all over the floor.
A tap on the back, bro. No, you tackle him like you're a football player. Get on the ground! This is children's books. Like, my coworker said the guy who grabbed them, the JoJo books, was like a middle-aged dude. Like, come on, man.
Wait, he was actually seen taking them.
Yes, she saw the last person who took them, and she's like, "Yep, they're gone now." I don't get it.
That really annoys
I
me.
understand people are broke, but it's a freaking library, guys. It's going to be there.
Yeah, there's other people that maybe can't afford it that also want to read it. Just stop taking it. Ugh. It's like, I don't know what that noise was. It really annoys me.
Alright.
Oh, I remember like before I started library. This was like my second week working there. Freaking great job, by the way. I love it. But like Innes was like talking about his Death Note book. I'm like, who? I was like, there's no way people are gonna steal from a library. And then like after working there, I'm just like, I've seen the dark parts of the earth.
People steal. People
Like,
do
oh
steal
my
from
God.
libraries. Yeah.
Awful. The good news is, good news as in ethically good news is if you steal from a library, we're not gonna know who stole it. So good for you, I guess. But like, please don't steal from a library.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I was in the library recently, and there was somebody holding a manga in one hand. Guess what was in the other hand? I have a guess.
No.
Was it hentai?
Fairy tale.
They were holding a manga in one hand and a chicken burger in the other hand.
Oh crap.
And I'm like, are you seriously eating a chicken burger and reading a manga? And then they were sent out with their chicken burger. Because if you're not sitting with the manga and eating your greasy chicken burger with your greasy chicken fingers all over the new not greasy manga. So I was like, should you really be eating that in here? I wasn't being annoying, but I was like, are you gonna get? I said, would you something I can't really remember, but I was like, are you really gonna eat your chicken burger while reading the manga? And then they said, are you allowed food in the library? And I said, I don't know, ask the librarian. And they asked the librarian, and she said no. So they went away. Then they didn't come back. I thought they were going to come back after they finished that greasy manky chicken burger, but they didn't. Good thing they didn't. Sorry, that's a joke. But I don't think they did any damage to it, but they would have. Like, why would you sit there and eat a chicken burger? Sorry.
Because they're trying to ruin poor Inez. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's another interesting thing about Scottish and United States is that a chicken burger is just called a chicken sandwich. That's just I love that name though. The chicken burger.
chicken.
Like, I love it.
I didn't realize I spoke like that. Chicken burger. Oh.
No, you
Go
don't.
get a
I was
chicken
just,
burger.
that's my awful attempt to try to be Scottish, but
No, I don't want to do my attempt of trying to be Scottish, even though I am Scottish.
just try American. Just like speak American. That'd be funny.
I really. Oh.
And be good.
New segment of the podcast. Accents. That's a joke. I do not want to. I can't do accents.
Do it. Come on, bro.
I don't even know what American sounds like. I know I'm speaking to two right now, but
Both American, but yeah. I don't know what American sounds like. But
Yeah, just stay guns and you'll be good.
I just say guns. Guns, wheelchairs.
What do you mean?
overweight,
What do you mean? Overweight. What do you mean wheelchairs?
You know, like those electric scooters. You go into
Oh,
Walmart
yeah.
with an electric scooter.
Oh,
Eating a bucket of fried chicken from the food market on the right.
I hate that. That's how you describe your country. Guns, overweight, and some takeaway or McDonald's.
Yeah, like honestly, it honestly makes me super sad seeing like how many people are overweight in America. Like, guys, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
You just cook your own meat and food and just like exercise every now and then, and you'll be fine.
Talking about
It's this like not going to McDonald's every single day.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
3 times a day.
I like how this is supposed to be. I like how this is supposed to be a manga podcast, but really it is a manga. I mean, okay, yeah, it kind of is.
Very hard grievances at this point.
But I was having this conversation with somebody. Would you say McDonald's? No, it's a Scottish guy. Would you say McDonald's is a shop? Because I was having this conversation with the person. Is McDonald's a shop? Because McDonald's is a takeaway, but you're still going in and exchanging money to get something back. So yes, it is a takeaway, and you would never call McDonald's a shop. But is it a shop though? You don't need to call it a shop, but is it still a shop? I know it's a takeaway, but what would you say?
I wouldn't consider it. Well, one, a takeaway over here is considered fast food, so that's also funny. We've already talked about that, I believe. I wouldn't consider it a shop because you're not trading goods. Like, hold up, I'm thinking differently now. Because like, if you go to like Walmart and you buy like hamster food, is Walmart now considered a restaurant?
I know if you go to, or if you go and you buy like your weekly shopping for things like you're gonna cook, like I don't know if you bought a raw chicken or something, or
Right.
mince. I mean, and then you're giving them money. That's a shop, or a
Like,
store,
going to the
if you will call it.
Walmart's, like deli section and like buying a bucket of KFC on your electric scooter. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you go and buy food of Walmart, I don't know what I'm saying, or here would be like, Tesco's or something. You go buy some food out of Tesco's, we call it a shop, and you buy, and you give them the money, and then they give you the food. It's a shop. If you go to McDonald's, you give them money, they give you your food, because you did pick it. It is still a shop. I know it's cooked for you, but you're still trading your money for something, or for an item.
technically, you could go to Walmart or what was your place called again? I forget.
Tesco's.
Tesco. You can go to Tesco and buy like a Lunchable.
Yeah.
You know? And that's technically a.
You can if you can go to Tesco, you can buy a meal deal. If you're British, you know what I mean. Because everyone knows what a meal deal is. I don't know if they're as popular in America, but meal deals are everything. If you've got a Tesco near you, meal deals, you get like a
Meal deal.
What? I think they're like
I
three.
don't know.
So Tesco's does this thing. It's like £3 or something. So you can get like, I might be wrong. I haven't had a meal deal in a while, but they're really good. You get a sandwich, and it's like a sandwich in a box, and it's sliced in half. It's really nice sandwiches. You can get like prawn ones or ham ones. So it's sandwich in a little. It comes in a cardboard box, and you can get a drink, and usually like a packet of crisps, or like like a pot of melon or something. Do you know what? I'm gonna try and find a picture and I'll send it in our chat. But if you still know what a meal deal is, what you mean? Which is what?
How much is it? Like, how much are you paying for all that food?
Oh, I think it's like £3, something like that. I can't
Are
remember.
you joking?
Yeah, or £3.99.
Not bad.
That's really good.
I know wish we had that.
I know.
What am I doing with my life? I'm searching up Tesco's meal deal in Google. Oh, there we go. Perfect photo. Yeah, it's £3. I'll send you a couple.
Over here in America, that would be like a $10 meal because like it's healthy or something. But
Yeah.
that's like a Subway.
So you can just probably hear me taking screenshots. I'm just gonna send them some pictures of some Tesco meal deals. The finest food in the UK.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I'll
'Cause
just.
over here in America, £3 is about $4 and some change. So like for $4,
Oh, well, I just got a fright there. My phone started
you may
buzzing.
be able to buy like cheeseburger, a crappy McDonald's cheeseburger. They're a small thing of fries and like a small drink, well, a large drink, because you can get all or any size now. But that would be about the same amount as getting a meal deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna send
Definitely
you.
out to Wendy's for that.
Wendy's is the 4 for $4. I forgot all about the 4 for $4.
The pictures, I haven't cropped them or anything, so it's got loads of other like pictures, recommended pictures underneath it. But I mean, I think you'll get the point. I sent you a few pictures of Tesco's meal deals.
If I want to hate myself for like the rest of the day, I'll go to Wendy's and buy like their jalapeno burger. Like, it is like the best type of disgusting. It's like, this tastes amazing, but like, my God, this is like a £1,200 burger. 1,200
I sent them.
1,200 calorie burger.
I sent them in the group chat.
Grip. It's so freaking good, but like, I feel so sick after eating it. It's not like, holy cow, that is a lot of food. Like,
Yeah, it's like it's £3 or something, £3.50.
That's similar to what I eat for lunch every day. I usually get like, I always drink water.
If you look at the picture I sent you of the shelves with all the sandwiches, it says meal deal on it. It's just Tesco meal deal.
I wish we had options like that in America.
I
In
do.
America, we just have like a lot of like trans fat and just really unhealthy stuff. Anything that's like dictated as healthy is like immediately slapped with like a premium sticker on it, unless you're buying it from like uncooked. Then it's a lot cheaper. But like, if I'm going to fast food, like I want a cheap option that's like healthy still. Like I would kill like to have a sandwich fast food shop that doesn't cost me like $6 for a 6-inch sub. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I believe collecting is worth it, is because we're talking about sandwiches. But
Oh yeah, should I go?
back to what
Oh,
you
yeah.
were saying about collecting? Stuff we were talking about.
We've been going on for 21. We've been going on for 21 minutes, and about 2 minutes of it is collecting worth, and the rest was about meal deals and libraries and stuff.
Library. Yeah, people stealing libraries.
Stealing libraries.
Yeah, they steal the whole thing. If you're stealing one book, just steal the whole thing, guys. It'd be a cool movie though, like a heist movie where it's just they steal a whole library.
They take one at a time, slowly.
Yes, they'll never notice. Each with a different card.
I will watch that.
We're coming up with all the original ideas on this podcast. We had the Bun Shop manga, and now this. Inks, do you want to go into your last points or however many you've got left?
That was pretty much it for me.
Are you
Okay.
still recording?
Yeah, we're still recording. So I guess I'll go into my points then. So, do I think collecting's worth it? Well, yes. No, actually, yes and no.
Oh. Oh.
Because I love collecting, but is it worth it is the question. So the problems with collecting is obviously it takes up a lot of space, a lot of money, you know. Now, it doesn't mean I don't enjoy collecting. Do I think it's 100% worth it all the time? No. Am I going to stop collecting? Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, you could buy like a box set of Fairy Tale.
Yeah. I mean, I could easily be reading it digitally or going to libraries and stuff. So is collecting really worth it, in my opinion? I'm not 100% sure. Yes and no. Because I could just be doing this all online and saving so much money. But I like collecting and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy having the volume, as Ink said. Just everything about it. I really, really enjoy that. So would it be the same experience without it? No. But could I do without having the volumes, just reading them online? Because I've got friends that just read online and they're fine with it, and it doesn't affect them really. So borrowing from libraries, reading online, yes, I could easily do that. So that's why I do really enjoy collecting. I'm going to keep on doing it because it's, well, one of my favourite things to do. So I think it's worth it if you enjoy it. But if you just want to read manga, then no, not always. You know, it depends on your situation and how much you enjoy manga and what you want out of manga. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
So that it is change. You know, it can change in my opinion. Depends on who you're speaking to, really.
Right. Because it's like, for me, if I really love the manga, then yeah, I'm going to like want to have like a copy of it at home. If not, then I'm just fine just you know, just reading it like on my tablet or phone.
Hmm.
I think that's where I'm leaning towards. I actually don't believe collecting's worth it. I don't think
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna.
But for me, I love it. I love it. And that's because I'm a stupidly emotional person where like I like having attachments and stuff. So like all of my manga I have like some type of attachment to. Or if I don't, you get rid of it because like what's the point of keeping it if I don't have some type of emotional attachment to it?
Yeah.
You know?
I do agree with you. I just don't want to say it really. I don't really think collecting's worth it. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. No, I absolutely love collecting. I've already said that, but I really do love collecting manga. But and I never doubt that I don't like manga. I think, oh, should I really be collecting? Do I really enjoy collecting? Should I get rid of my collection? No, I always think I really like this. I don't, just because I don't think it's worth it, doesn't mean I don't think it's it's a good idea. What am I saying? I really do enjoy it though, so I want to keep collecting, but it is very expensive when I could easily be reading online or from a library, which is costing me much less if I'm reading online. So it's not 100% worth it unless it's got meaning to you. So if manga is like important to me, so collecting is worth it in that sense. Anyway, what were you saying, Inks?
Oh, I was just saying, so it's 50-50 then.
Well, in my so what I mean by that is not really 50. That's 50-50 for me. My opinion is it's not worth it, but for me personally, like collecting, it is worth it to me. But if somebody was to ask me is collecting worth it, I'd say no, unless they are really like into manga and they love manga and they just really like having the books. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, you know how much money you could save just reading online? Like, oh my word, like it would be so well, if you do it illegally, it would be free. But like, if you paid the $2 for the Shonen Jump app, like you'd be good, you'd be set, you never have to do anything ever again. You know? But like, for me, it's a different experience, I guess. I don't like. All of us have said like there's different reasons why we don't do online. Some of us don't read online, some of us do. It's just I don't think it's worth it. Not in the slightest. It's way too expensive. And especially when there's a lot more cheaper alternatives. And then you can get problems with like books being very bad and stuff like that.
And selling it's a pain a lot of the time.
Not necessarily. I've had no problem selling manga. But that's probably also because I've only sold one piece of manga once.
And was it within the US?
It was in the US, yes.
Because a lot of I don't think manga's as popular here. Actually, that just came into my mind. Did I tell the story on the podcast? So I was at my local comic shop, and they'd have a huge manga selection. And some guy came in. Oh, I have told the story, and bought like half the manga they've got. He bought so much of it.
Oh, I got an idea for you.
Well,
have you thought about trading with your friends, like manga for manga?
that's a good idea.
That sounds good.
Like trading at your comic store, like.
Yeah.
You said you don't like fairy tale anymore, and you have one friend that's like super big into it. He got Death Note. Maybe you could trade Death Note for.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what? I think he does have 3 volumes of Death Note somewhere.
I mean,
nobody's ever told me.
Wait! Did you just say 3?
Yeah, no, I'm joking. Nobody's ever told me that, but maybe he does. Maybe he does have 3 volumes of Death Note. Just he happens to have just 3 volumes of Death Note sitting around somewhere.
Yeah. It just so happens to have library bindings on it too.
Yeah. Do you know what annoys me about my library? So the first page of a lot of manga have panels on it, and my library just stamps right over that. They don't stamp on the top; they stamp right on the front page. And some manga actually have stuff there, so it's like, stop, just stop. It's painful.
like I said, that's where I am. I don't think collecting's worth it, unless you like form an emotional connection to them. I think that's where Inks is like at, because like Inks says that they won't buy a manga unless like they really like it, right?
Yeah, it's like I'm not about to be wasting money on like something I know that I'm not going to like.
Yeah, right. You know, then you get like a a fairy tale with Innis, you know.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I already know that I'm not emotional like connected to fairy tales, so I'm not about to waste even $2 on that.
Right.
Yeah, I think collecting, if collecting could be worth it it's different from person to person. So it could be worth it for me, not worth it for like the Fairy Tale guy or something. Anybody. It just depending on your how much you like manga, your situation, your space, things like that, and how you enjoy reading it.
Like, I feel like in a broader sense, this could be said about any hobby, right? Because you're like,
Yeah.
is collecting video games worth it? I would be like, heck no. You know,
No, it's
you can just download them on your computer and you're good. Or like, for me, like, is collecting board games worth it? I'm like, heck yeah, collecting board games is worth it because like, where the heck are you gonna find someone to play board games with? Or you know, or is collecting skateboards worth it? Or you know, just depends with each hobby.
watches. I like watches.
I like watches too, but I need to get some clothes that would go with watches.
I have like a small
Right now.
collection of watches because I really
Yeah,
like
the
watches.
calculator watch, which is like
Yeah, that's my
so
favorite
freaking
thing.
cool.
Yeah, I've got a Casio calculator watch CA53W. It's like an 80s watch. It's really nice. It's cheap watch as well, but I really like it because I love Casio watches. I've got like how many Casio watches? 1, 2, 4, 5, and I think I've got another one coming in the post, which should be here in like 2 days. That's like a little side hobby watches.
Would you say it's worth it?
Yes. I mean,
It's just different for everybody.
a lot of my friends don't agree with me because like you can only wear one watch. Why do you need why do you need to collect it? I really enjoy having watches and being able to wear different ones. I don't enjoy it nearly as much as manga, but I still really enjoy watches. Not just because manga is like higher than like I absolutely love manga. It's higher than anything I can really think of.
You were saying like it was nice to wear each watch. I'm like, no, bro, it goes for each outfit. That's how I'm like. I would need one for like every outfit because like I like fashion. I like fashion a lot. If I wasn't broke, so if I wasn't spending all my money on manga, it would go towards fashion. I got 2 jackets and I wear them anytime I can when it's not 100 degrees outside like it has been these past couple of days. But you know, just I like looking nice, so watches are like right up my alley.
Yeah. To be fair, the watch doesn't even need to match what I'm wearing. I just wear whatever I want to wear, whatever watch I want to wear. Really, it just doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah, I think that's everything from all of us. You want to start wrapping?
Well,
Start wrapping it up, or
I've got a few more things I want to talk about because
go ahead.
we're at like the 35-minute mark. So yeah, I've got a few more like prompts. So let's start off with like these are really really random. One of them. What's your side hobbies? I think we spoke about this before, but like, what's your main side hobbies other than manga?
I see. I would tell you, but like I think that'd be a good episode for another episode, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that probably will be.
Okay, I've got some more questions written down then.
I would gush like over everything. Like each one would be like an hour long. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, bro, board games. Oh, skateboarding. Oh, you know, it's like I just keep going and going,
Yeah.
dancing. You know, just
My
never stops.
my next one's really random as well. What is your favourite meal?
You? I really don't have a favorite meal.
In fact,
I
rephrase it.
enjoy food.
What would be your last meal if you were only able to have one last meal? This is really this has gone really deep. But like you could only have one more meal before like your death. So you get a starter, a main, and a dessert and a drink of your choice. Each one's your choice. What would you have? So anything you want.
How about you? You go first, Dennis.
Okay, well,
Your question.
for my starter, I would probably have a soup, a nice thick soup, because I do not like watery soup. So maybe a nice thick vegetable soup, a very nice one, or a potato soup. I quite enjoy potato soup, which is a thing, or broccoli soup. And then for my main, I really enjoy like chicken roasts, but I also enjoy spaghetti bolognese. Probably a homemade chicken pie. I really enjoy that. But I like this. I don't know, because I don't like shop bought chicken pie. No, thank you. And then for my dessert, I don't know. It's a really difficult one. For my main, so maybe like a nice chicken pie, because I just really like chicken, or a really good curry, or some nice fresh. I don't know. It's a really difficult one. I like a lot of foods, so it's really hard. What would you have, Inks?
Okay, so, that was a good question. Because if I'm like about to be dying soon, then I want like my favorite food. So probably some nachos with like maybe a beer or maybe
Kind
some
of beer.
wine.
Do you have a brand?
Guinness.
Guinness and Innis. A Guinness while on call to Innis.
I'm drinking Guinness while talking to Ennis.
Actually, I think I kind of rethought mine.
Maybe
Oh, sorry.
is okay. So I was like saying maybe nachos, but like since I'm like about to be dead, I want to get like the most expensive meal that I can think of.
Right.
Mhm.
So probably that.
Yeah, that does sound nice. What about dessert?
Same. I want like the most expensive dessert that they have.
Mhm. What about you, one?
It's like
When Ink said expensive, it immediately brought back to like when I would have to have like heart surgeries. My family would take me to this like extravagant, delicious. I'm about to cry because like I'm thinking about it right now, but like it was like heaven. It was
Wow.
a expensive restaurant that they would bring you. It was like a four-star restaurant or something like that, where they would take you, or they would bring meat around to you, and they would shave it off, and then you would eat it. Or you could go up to the not a buffet, but it was like a place where you could go grab stuff like prosciutto and really like cured cheese, and it was beautiful. And then they had like lamb racks. It's amazing. Like high culinary foods is like so much better than just measly peasants eat. But
I think
yeah, it's reminding me of that.
I'd rather like something more homemade rather than really fancy foods, because I do like I enjoy that, but for my last meal I'd like to feel something more, have something more comforting, and I just like I like vegetable soups, to be honest.
So,
But
see, I'm similar to you. Like if someone asked me like, what would be my last dish, what would I make for me, and what would I have as my final meal, I would want to cook it myself. As a form of like self-love, like right before I die, you know, cook the best gosh darn meal, you know. It would be I was thinking about this already, like while you all were talking. I would get like Italian chicken and dumpling soup with either pork chop that's got garlic, paprika, salt, pepper, and like buttered up, or it would be a chicken cordon bleu. All of its beautiful French goodness. And then, did you say?
I was just saying that sounds good.
It is so good. And then the final one, I would like a big tub of like mint chocolate ice cream.
Yes.
I've rethought mine. For my starter, I'm not 100% sure about my starter, but for my main, I would want a proper, like, Italian pizza, like, do you know the ones that are not like, you know, a takeaway one that's thin and that kind, but like a proper Italian one with fresh anchovies, like, because when I was in Italy, I had like proper Italian pizzas, because it was in Italy, with fresh anchovies. They're like just caught anchovies. They were so nice and salt. So I'd have a really good made, like Italian made pizza, that or just made that way, where it was made like really well. And for my dessert, I would have syrup sponge. Don't know if you've ever heard of that. Syrup sponge. Have you ever tried syrup sponge and custard? Oh, actually, I don't think you were talking about. Oh yeah, so see how we were talking about. Sorry, we were talking about. I think I cut off for a second. Have you ever tried syrup sponge and custard?
No.
Yes, that would be my. So I'd have a proper good Italian pizza for my starter. No, for my main, I'd have a syrup sponge and custard for dessert. If you haven't tried it,
Syrup
try
sponge?
it. It's absolutely amazing.
Custard?
Yeah, but a homemade one. Just don't do shop bought syrup sponge. Only do homemade syrup sponge. It's
Looks
great.
good. I haven't had it before, so I'm gonna have to like try it out one day.
Absolutely amazing. A custard and a tiny bit of cream if you've not just had a big meal, because cream and custard and syrup sponge is extremely fattening.
So like, how do you like your pizza?
Okay, well, my favourite kind of pizza, if I'm going to get it from a takeaway, which I don't do very often, is Texas barbecue. But see, if I'm getting like a proper good, like well-made pizza, like when I was in Italy, I would get obviously like the thin base they do. I can't remember, it was so with tomato sauce and what, but then on top I would have anchovies, so it was like really nice fresh anchovies, and I can't remember if I had anything else, but that's when I'm having like done. That's what I had in Italy. But here, so usually just like a Texas barbecue. I have like medium thickness, but I don't have it very often because it's very, very filling and. Ugh.
Barbecue pizza's really good. But for me, the reason I was asking, because like over here in America, there's like Chicago style, deep dish style.
Oh, do you know what they've got here?
Crust, cheese. Like there's cheese in the middle of the crust. They have that over there with y'all, or?
Well, yeah, they do have things like that, but here they've got something even worse. So, see, in Scotland, they deep fat fry, or they deep fat. Do you know like the batter? Do you know you get on like battered fish from a fish and chip shop? They do that to everything. So you get battered Mars bars, you get battered pizza. So here it's called a pizza crunch, I think.
Oh my goodness.
So you get battered pizza, which is
I'm gonna have to go to Scotland to try it. Like, oh my word, that sounds really like disgusting, but like genuinely makes me curious.
It is very confusing. But they literally deep fat fry or batter anything you can think of. It's the weirdest things. I can't think of so they do sausages, fish, pizza, Mars bars, another food, very odd food. I can't remember the name of it. It's very weird. Do you have anything weird like that in America?
If you go to like a carnival, do you know what a carnival is?
Mm-hmm.
They like doing like deep fried like Oreos.
Oh, well, yeah, I think they do that here too.
I think they're disgusting, but some people really enjoy them. The reason I was asking about your favorite type of pizza was because my favorite type of pizza is like a deep dish pizza. Just like, love it so much. So I was just curious because that's interesting.
I don't know what a deep dish pizza is. I think you said it, but I got confused with all the ones because you said a few. So what's a deep dish pizza?
Dish pizza?
Yeah.
You don't know what a deep dish pizza is? I'll send you a picture of it. Most people like say it's kind of like a casserole. They don't call it a real pizza because it's like a casserole, but pretty much. So think of a normal pizza, where like the sauce is on the bottom and then like the cheese is on top. Then flip it. So the cheese is on the bottom and the sauce is on top, and it's like high. It kind of looks like a bowl, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I'm gonna
really
send you a
good.
picture.
Like
It's like,
probably
Oh,
my favorite
so good.
also.
Have you ever tried calzone?
is that the type of pizza that's like wrapped?
It's
Like
yeah, it's like folded
like a
over.
sandwich?
It's like folded
Yes,
over, and then
I've
there's
had a
stuff on the
couple.
inside. Yeah. That calzones are interesting.
I sent it in the group chat. It's gonna take a second.
Okay.
Like, they're easily the best pizza, in my opinion.
I've
Because it's
never-
just so distinctly different from the rest of them.
I've never heard or tried it, so let's see. Has it come through in the group chat? Not yet.
It's coming a second. It's still
Wait,
coming
you
there.
you sent me a picture saying,
On it, so.
okay, I've just looked at my DMs with One Great Manga War, and do you know how I was saying I like collecting watches and I hate Fairy Tail? He sent me a picture of, it says the preferred watch for you, and it's
That looks good.
it's literally just a picture of Natsu from Fairy Tail and like the Fairy Tail little symbol. No, thank you. Do you know what that looks like? That looks like a quiche.
I have to look what a quiche is.
You don't know what a quiche is?
It's up in my head.
Okay, so a quiche is disgusting to
Oh,
start
yeah,
joking.
yeah, I've seen it.
So it's like
Yeah, it's French tart consisting of pastry and savory custard and cheese meat sausage. No, I don't know. It's not like that. It's not like that at all. It's a
Well-
lot better than that.
well, yeah. So quiche is like pastry at the bottom, then round the side is a circle, and then in the middle it's got like cheese and like some onion. I'm not really sure. I haven't had a quiche in a long time because quiche is very hard to make good. But my friend's mum used to make the best quiche in the world. Like, this quiche could be anything. I'm telling you, I wasn't really a fan of quiche, but that, it was so good. Like, she'd make it in big trays, and me and my friend and all the other people, we would just have this quiche or two of these quiche. There was a lot of us, and we just sit and eat them. They were so good. I haven't had it in so long. It was one of the best things in the world. The quiche was great, but apart from that, quiche is hard to make good. It's one of those things that's really, really easy to it's really, really easy to do badly and really hard to do well.
Never had quiche.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a bit rough. The taste of it, I would say, is like.
Yeah, any quiche that's not my friend's mum's quiche is not good. Except from one, I think actually, there was a family member that used to make homemade quiche. It was also pretty good, but my friend's mum's quiche. Oh, I just remembered that and how good it was. That's a very random segment about quiche. I wouldn't recommend trying it unless it's your friend's mum's very good homemade quiche.
Typically, Ines' mom, friend's mom.
Yeah.
Or
Oh yeah, I
quiche.
just remember that. You used to call them. How is it you say? We say mum. How is it you say it?
Mom.
Mum.
Like M-O-M. Mum. You say mum, like
Yeah, I
M-U-M.
got that.
Whereas
Yeah,
it's like mom, right? That's how we say it?
Mhm.
Mom.
yeah. We say
You say like,
mum.
yeah, mum.
Now, my next question is, what was it? I just couldn't remember. I think we talked about this in like one of our videos. But what years did you start reading manga?
We did talk about this.
We did.
2019 for me. Yep,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was in one of the podcast episodes.
I thought you said you did. Okay, yeah, 2019. Interesting. What about you, Inks?
What was the question again?
When did you start reading manga?
I want to say like probably either doing middle school or high school.
I've got
I forgot.
I've got no idea what the difference is because we only have two schools in Scotland. We have primary school, then secondary school. There's no like whatever you used to have kindergarten, middle school. I don't even remember. We do have nursery, but you don't learn anything in nursery. Nursery is just your
On nap time.
yeah. Your parents your parents drop you off, and then these people look after you for a few hours while your parents at work. They teach you how to hold a pencil and drink through a straw. I'm joking. I made that, but I mean they teach you how to hold a pencil. That's about it.
And nap time.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
We did not nap in nursery.
What?
Wait, really?
Well, there was nowhere to nap. It was interesting. I remember in my nursery there was a snowman costume, and somebody used to dress up. One of my friends, it was like one of my friends was, who was like very short, used to dress up in it because it was a tiny snowman costume. It's very random, but anyway, that's just one of the things I did not like nursery, but primary school was good. That's very random. So what's the schools you have? Does it go like kindergarten? What way? I don't even remember now. What does it used to have?
What do you mean?
Like what's your order of schools? So it goes like kindergarten, then something that is it, or is it kindergarten, middle school? I can't remember. Like, so what's all your schools called? So we go primary school, then secondary school. What do you have?
It's a lot. It goes, if you want to, this is optional, you go to preschool.
Uh-huh.
And you go to kindergarten, which is sometimes separate from the primary school, but
Wait, what age do you go
sometimes it's a
into?
part of it.
What age do you go into kindergarten?
6, I believe.
Well, that would be
First,
that would be primary school for us. So we must be then nursery for us must be, or preschool for us must be nursery then, because wait, kindergarten. I
It's been
thought
like
that was
4, I believe.
well,
four.
yeah. You go into nursery quite
It's been a
young.
long time since I've been there. But then it goes intermediate school, and then it goes, which is starts at I believe age 8, 11.
Mhm.
Then you get middle school / junior high, which goes to 11 to 14.
Mhm.
And then you get high school, which is 15 to 18, and then you got college, and that's a wide range of people.
Oh
Just
yeah,
decide when they're gonna.
college and university. I didn't mention that because that's just like completely optional. Like, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't go. A lot of people do go. You can go at any age really.
And are they free in Scotland, or do you have to pay for them?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they're. So I think college is free. I'm pretty sure, and university I think is free. The first time you go, but see if you have to go a second time. I don't know how it really works. Like if you don't pass, if you have tests in university, if you don't get it all done, if you have to go back to university a second time, you need to pay. So say I went to university when I was, I don't know, like 32, and I completed it, but then I didn't get what I want, didn't get like the degrees or whatever you get in university. I really can't remember much about that, but you didn't get what you want out of university. To go back, I'm pretty sure you'd have to pay. I think here we have, so the things that we don't have to pay for, I think you do. We don't have to pay for university and stuff. I don't think we have to pay for our prescriptions, which I think you do. I'm not 100% sure. We might, and I don't
Yeah, we have
think.
to pay for both.
And I think, I don't know if England does, and we don't have to pay for healthcare. Well, we kind of don't, because things like that come out of your bills. So do you know? I'm pretty sure you pay bill everybody. Well,
Taxes.
yeah, taxes. So every month you get like bills or tax, whatever you want to call them, and I think that funds all these things. So healthcare doesn't really cost money.
For us, we have to like pay insurance.
Yeah, well, that's something we only really have for, like, you know, houses, cars, things like that.
We got insurance on everything. It's
And
honestly kind of-
taxes.
Yeah, and taxes. Taxes over here. What's your taxes like when you buy a soda? Like, what's the taxes on that?
Well, I'm pretty sure here. I'm not. I might be wrong, but I think the tax is included with the price. So I don't know, because
Oh.
I don't think. Because I'm pretty sure there it does the tax. It doesn't tell you what the tax is, but let me just Google it. But I'm pretty sure here if it says $3.50, that's including tax. Yeah, It says it's already included in the price of something you buy in a shop. No tax is added when you pay.
Interesting.
So yeah, so basically, if it's $3.50, that's not $3.50 plus tax. That's $3.50 including tax. Now, don't quote me on that. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Interesting. Because for us, it's like the taxes. You have to pay for it. You have to pay with it after it. So like, if a soda pop's like $2, paying another thing of tax. And taxes over here are like, depending on the county, which is like a smaller version of like a state.
Yeah, no, yeah.
They vary from then. So like, example from where I'm from, they're like 10.5%, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you what our
then
tax is.
I could go to the next county and it's like 7.5.
Yeah.
There's other counties where it's like 5%, which is like a lot cheaper. But yeah, it just depends.
I couldn't tell you what our tax is because, as I say, pretty sure it's included. But you called it soda pop. I don't know if that's like what you see. Here we call it it's just like a fizzy drink or Coke.
I call them soda, but I like calling them soda pop sometimes because it just makes me sound hipper, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I'm cool. I'm using some more lingo, you know?
Here, a lot of things is just called Coke. Like, if you're gonna go get a fizzy drink, it's a lot of it's Coke. Sometimes you'll say Fanta. Pepsi is usually Coke. You know, Coke's Coke. Coke's quite widely used. Like you'd say, I'm gonna go Google something. Doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna use Google, but you're just because Google's becoming Google's like now used as the term. Yeah, the biggest companies sometimes use this instead of I'm gonna go search it up. A lot of people say Google it when they don't necessarily mean use the Google web browser or the Google search engine.
So then, how much is like a soda pop for you then? Coke. Just give me like
depending.
Just do Coke.
Depending if you're getting a meal deal or not. That's a joke.
Oh yeah.
Well,
so no, by itself in about like a 20-ounce bottle.
in
In a refrigerator.
I probably couldn't tell you. Let's see. I could tell you how much like the
Meal deal is.
yeah. I think it's like I can't remember how much it is for a can. For a small bottle, it's like £1.15, something like that. And for a big bottle, I'm not sure how much that is.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than ours.
£1.50 might not be right. I'm pretty sure that's just roughly like what it is in Tesco's. I don't know why I keep talking about Tesco's. Tesco's sponsor us, even though we're not even. We're never actually. That was a joke, by the way. We're not monetized or anything, which I don't even want to be. I would just make. I feel like if I ever did get monetized, would I want to be monetized? If I ever even got the chance, because I don't want this to become like a job. I would never become a job. If I ever did even reach 1K, which I don't see happening in any time in the near future. I obviously wouldn't get enough to make proper money out of it. But would I ever want to even be making money when I'm considering this more professional thing? I want this just to be. This is like my channel's for fun more than gain. So
you're saying if you had the opportunity to make money off YouTube and just like live off it, you wouldn't do it? You would do something else?
Well, if I had the opportunity to live off him, it's a hard one, but I feel like I don't know if I really want to become like something where I could even have the where I could make money, which I'm not saying is even going to happen, but if it happened, I don't know, because this is supposed to be for fun. I do this in my free time. This isn't for like me to gain anything from this. For me to like chat with other people and like, I don't know, the class, like give to other people stuff for them to watch and enjoy, or at least I hope they enjoy. So yeah, maybe help some people out. That's why I don't make it to try and like make money or anything like that. So I feel like,
what do you plan to do then?
What do I plan to do? Well, Well,
I wasn't saying anything. You're good.
like main. I'm not really 100% sure, but I think it's a hard one. Possibly a geography teacher.
Oh yeah, I remember now. You were talking
That sounds fun.
Yeah. 'Cause geography teacher seems like a good job. You know,
You don't need
maybe.
to regret teacher Onizuka.
I don't know. I want to do something where I can still have time to enjoy my life and it doesn't take up all my life. Which geography, well, teaching does take up a lot of your life. So I want to be able to make enough money to enjoy my life. I still want to be busy. I want to have a good job that I enjoy, not just like working at a job that pays well that I absolutely hate. So I want to be able to enjoy my life, have my own time to do what I want, you know, be with friends or, you know, family or whatever. Just read manga, anything like that. I want to be able to do my own things as well and have time for doing things like that, but also have a job that I enjoy, because I will also want to work because I like to be busy. I don't like to just not have anything to do, and I don't really know how to explain it. So I would want a job that I really enjoyed. That it doesn't even need to be the best paying job, as long as I enjoy it. Because I'd rather have a job that I really enjoyed that that paid enough for me to live my life, not be struggling for money, rather than a job that would make me give me loads of money, more than I need, but I really wouldn't enjoy it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I feel like for you, if you read manga as a geography teacher, you'd already have something to connect with the kids with.
Yeah.
They would manga's blowing up right now, and I expect it to continue to.
Yeah.
They'll be doing a test and you'll be reading manga. I can imagine your whole room, your whole teacher room would have a small little library of manga. Something.
Teacher room, yeah.
Yes, like Death Note.
Yeah, Death Note Volume 1, 2, and 3, just with wrapped in a Death Note Volume 1, 2, and 3 in a cage. Just do not touch.
Hey, I heard that Death Note Volume 1, 2, and 3 weren't in your library. Do you know the story behind that?
I do, but we want things for people to come back to next episodes. We'll tell them the story of the problem with the Death Note next episode. And that's all I've really got to say for this episode. If you just want to add anything else,
that's a great way to wrap up. We'll save that one for next episode.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well.
Next time, guys, we'll be going over the Death Note, the 3 Death Notes of the library. What's with them? What's wrong with them? I don't know.
Wait,
I've heard the story before.
Where are they? I don't know.
Are they connected to the fairy tale guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Find out next time on the Overgrown Manga Podcast. And with that, would you like to wrap us up one? As long as we've got nothing else to add.
So, anything? So, let's go back around since we were very off the wall and going everywhere. Is what did you say your opinion was? Is collecting worth it? Yes or no?
You all over? No. But from person to person, it can be.
Okay. Inks, your opinion?
I'm gonna say yes, but only if you really enjoy reading the manga, and if you have the money for it.
Yes, I agree with things. I from person to person it does change. Overall, unless you really, if you enjoy manga, but you can enjoy reading it digitally and stuff, I think it just depends on your financial state and the way you enjoy reading manga. So from person to person it does change, but overall, not always. But for me, it is worth it to me.
And for me, it is also worth it, but I do not
Remake it. I do not remake it.
recommend it for anybody else. There we go.
Yes, you heard it here first. He does not remake it for anybody else.
Yes, I do not remake it, and I kick weasels, and I do other controversial things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. It's just way too much money. Unless you're deeply in love with it, the series, or
And once you stop,
going on.
and once you start, it's hard to stop.
Yes, but if you're in it, welcome, my friend. It's a lot of fun once you're in. But if you're out, please stay out. It's not. It's probably not worth it for you.
Yeah.
But
If you're having doubts about whether you really, if you really think collecting's worth it, then it might really, maybe it isn't for you.
it's got to be a very yes thing, or like.
Yeah, it must be like, is collecting worth it to me? Yes, like straight away, yes. Otherwise, really, you could just be wasting your money, because this could be collecting's worth it for you for 5 weeks, and after that, you're like, I really don't like manga anymore, or I can't be
Now
bothered
this
with
has
it.
got me thinking now, because like I didn't start with a collection. I never went into it like I want to start a manga collection.
Me
I
too.
went in like, oh, I want to read One Piece, right? And then it went through that way.
I went.
If we're looking at it that way, then I say yes, it's worth it. But like going in like being as like an anime or manga only reader and be manga online only, or like just an anime watcher, they're like, oh, I want to buy like 30 series and have a big collection. No.
Yeah, I think see if you go into it planning to collect, I don't know, but see if you go in and you accidentally start collecting, then that's fine, because I didn't. I went into it just I wanted to read Dragon Ball, so I got Dragon Ball, and then I also wanted to read Bleach because I'd heard about those, so I got them and I read both of those. But that's the ones I bought, because I just read Tokyo Ghoul and I think some of Fairy Tail, and I absolutely love Tokyo Ghoul, so I thought these series seem good, so I want to read them. So if you don't go into it planning to start a collection, maybe it is for you. Just, I think, be careful with it, because it's easy to get out of hand, and then you could like manga for a while, and then a few weeks later decide you've got bored of it, and you've got a lot of manga to sell.
Yeah, not a lot of people who want it.
Okay, and with that, we should probably wrap up this episode.
We're going on a whole other. We're doing like a part 2 to this, the way it's going.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think collecting's worth it. But if you're going in like, oh, I want to start a series, then yes, I do think it's worth it. Shouldn't go in expecting it to be a collection. Like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't do that for any hobby. That's very unhealthy, in my opinion. Yeah, that's my opinion, and that's what everyone. And then those were those guys' opinions. I don't know these guys at all. I'm not affiliated with them or their sponsors or anything like that. Don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, thank you for watching, my beautiful, beautiful Chimp Champs. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. And as always, go out there and read some manga, my friends. See y'all.
Bye.
Bye bye.